Hello, everybody. If you find yourself interested in or on the fence about this coming summer 2024's Costa Rica study abroad trip offered by Portland Community College, then this video is definitely for you. Hello, my name is Mark Fisher. I am one of a team of two co-instructors who are going to be leading the program in the summer of 2024. I'm the one on the right. My co-instructor would be Sandy Neps. Sandy and I have successfully led a study abroad trip to Costa Rica before through PCC in the summer of 2022. And Sandy has actually led a third by herself in the summer of 2018. We are both madly, deeply in love with Costa Rica and very excited to share that love with y'all. If you haven't had a chance to learn about some of the specifics of the coursework and the destinations of the program, that's what this video is going to be about briefly. So Sandy and I will both be co-teaching two different courses. The first one is Biology 200B, which introduces the concepts of ecology and biodiversity. Focusing, of course, on Costa Rica. There's going to be a strong field component. We'll be doing sort of surveys of biodiversity of plants, animals, etc., and their interactions with each other and the environment while we're there. So both Biology 200B and the other course that we're offering, ESR 171, are non-major courses, so they would satisfy your gen ed requirements for science. So we, in the past, have had quite a diverse number of students, or quite a diverse set of students, some of whom were science majors, some of whom weren't, and it was accessible content to everybody. The other course that we're offering in tandem is ESR 171. You would have to take both in this current instantiation of the study abroad program. And ESR 171 dovetails very nicely with Biology 200B in that it still focuses on the ecology and ecosystem, in this case of Costa Rica, but it comes at it from more of a human impact angle. So we'll learn about how human population growth and demographic change, as well as nutrient cycles and energy cycles, are changed by human activity and human choices. We'll also talk a little bit about environmental ethics as well as land and resource use. Costa Rica is sort of famous on the world stage for its approach to sustainability and environmentalism in general, and environmental biology. And so it's a great place to do this kind of course in. So the course is going to have an online component pre-departure. So we're going to try to get as much of the non-Costa Rica specific course content out of the way before we leave as we can. We anticipate and hope to meet in person at least once for the folks who live around the Portland area before we leave. But most of the course content before departure is going to be delivered online. So what you're going to see now is a series of slides that are going to follow sort of our trajectory as we visit these various sites in Costa Rica. So this is a map of Costa Rica. Really, it's a map of the sort of upper left-hand corner of Costa Rica. Costa Rica fits into the state of Oregon about 5 times over, so it's a pretty small country. It's in Central America. Northern neighbor is Nicaragua. Southern neighbor is Panama. And it's relatively easy to get from place to place. So we'll be staying at all of these various sites depicted in the blue pins for anywhere from 2 days to 10 days, depending on the site. And we'll be busing from site to site as we go. So on the left-hand side here, you see the names of some of the sites. And on the bottom, you see sort of the eco-region labels. So starting on the bottom right, we're going to arrive in San Jose first. We'll have some buffer time there if anyone has flight delays or anything like that. But while we're this is the major population center in Costa Rica, so it's a bigger city. So we're going to go to the central market. We're going to do this fun fruit exercise. So if you're not used to fruit from Central and South America, you might get to taste some new flavors that you've never tasted before and try some new fruits you've never seen or heard of. From there, we'll be heading north to the Caribbean slope of the country. So this will be Tirambina. This is a lowland tropical rainforest. We'll be there during the rainy season, so which is when the wildlife is sort of its most accessible. So we'll hopefully get to see some fun wildlife while we're there, including sloths. So all the pictures that you're seeing are pictures that were taken in the summer 2022 program. So in addition to experiencing Costa Rica, traveling around and really seeing a country known for its biodiversity and environmental policy, through the lens of biology, you'll also get to meet your classmates and interact with your classmates in a way that maybe you're not used to interacting with your fellow students. So you have the potential here to make lifelong friends. I know the whole thread of our class from 2022 is still active, and we're all still chatting with one another. So there is the potential to make some strong bonds here. From Tirambina, we'll be heading west to La Fortuna, which is a popular tourist destination. There's a volcano here. It's also the area in the country where it's most apparent how Costa Rican energy policy works. So we'll stop along the way and talk a little bit about geothermal and hydropower and wind power, all of which is pretty prominent in this region of the country. We'll also be staying in a hotel with a water slide, so it's a pretty cool spot that we'll spend a night or two at. From there, we'll be heading southwest into the mountains. So we'll be staying in a town called San Luis, which is just down mountain of the Monteverde Cloud Reserve, or Cloud Forest Reserve, I'm sorry. So this area has historically been classified as a pre-montane cloud forest, although that classification is changing slightly due to climate change. But in 2022, we were lucky enough to see this male resplendent quetzal. So this is a beautiful, huge bird, and we were very, very fortunate to see that last time. While we're there, we're going to be spending about 10 days there, including all of our homestay nights. I think we have 4 homestay nights. So you'll get a chance to immerse yourself in Costa Rican culture, practice some Spanish here. We'll also be focusing a lot on sustainable agriculture in this region. We'll go on coffee farm tours, and we'll also get to see some fun insect diversity here. So Monteverde is kind of famous for its moth biodiversity in particular. I'm an insect guy, so I'm very excited about that part. But there's a lot in store for us in San Luis. Sandy and I have both lived there for a time, so we really love it. From there, we'll head into the northwestern part of the country into a state called Guanacaste. So this region is known for its tropical dry forests. So you don't really think about dry forests when you think about the tropics. But the deciduous trees in this ecoregion lose their leaves during the dry season, right? So there's some pretty interesting and unique wildlife that you'll see in this area. This is a group of bats nesting under a leaf that we saw when we visited this ecoregion in 2022. This is also where we'll be making a stop at a cat sanctuary, Las Pumas. So you'll get to see some rehabilitation programs for native cat species in Costa Rica. From there, we'll be headed to the coast. We'll be staying in Coajiniquil, which is a fishing village on the coast of Guanacaste. We'll have the opportunity to do a kayaking tour of the mangrove forest there. We'll also have a day of snorkeling while we're there. We'll spend several nights there. We'll do some tide pooling and some coastal ecology work, and you'll get some beach time also while you're there. This is certainly not an exhaustive list of all the experiences that you can or would have when you make the smart choice to join us. It's just a starting point. If you have any additional questions about what the program might look like, don't hesitate to email Sandy or me. Our email addresses are here, as well as interfacing with the Education Abroad office if you haven't already done that, or if you need to know the next steps. So the Ed Abroad office is a great resource for finding you opportunities for scholarships and funding and financial aid, etc. So they are sort of the logistics folks of all of this. Don't hesitate to get in touch with them or us. Thanks a lot for your time. And I hope I have convinced you that this is really a life-changingly awesome decision for you to make, even though it's a heavy lift. All right, thanks for your time. Looking forward to meeting you. Take care. Bye.